the Fast and Furious franchise. Let's see how they pulled off some of the craziest stunts in the whole series. I'm Joey C. Let's go!
You'll see it, Joe.
We should start this list off with something really low-key. What about that time Dominic and crew went skydiving with cars?
Think I may actually have a plan for that.
Furious 7's plane drop scene took an insane amount of coordination to pull off. The stunt coordinators had to figure out which planes to put the cars in, and even more importantly, how to film it. They ultimately decided on a C-130 Hercules jet to carry all 5 cars. This is the kind of plane that the Air Force uses for airlift missions, which makes me wonder, will F-7 inspire the next step in modern warfare?
I'll let you know what I find.
After hooking up all 5 cars with a BRS chute and a GPS, they dropped them alongside multiple skydivers with GoPros hooked to their helmets, just to get those insanely dynamic shots. It took the stunt team 6 attempts to feel like they were ready for the proper shoot. It's pretty fitting that they decided to go on the 7th attempt in the 7th movie, man. Guess they felt pretty lucky. And if you're feeling lucky, you might as well subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you back.
All right then.
Are you ready to learn how they made it rain cars in the Fate of the Furious? Well, that's coming later, don't you worry, so stick around. If Fast 5's vault chase scene has debris, frightened citizens, and the director's child looking on in awe, it's the complete package. Stunt coordinator Jack Gill and his team applied some truly ingenious engineering to make this sequence work. While the initial theft of the vault was done on a custom set, everything after that was filmed in real environments. And the bank building set was built on top of an empty parking lot. And the cop that just barely got out of the way was a real stuntman, although he wasn't nearly as close to the action as the frame suggests. That's the magic of compressed lenses, baby. What's even more impressive is the different kind of vaults they used. They had 2 vaults made of solid steel for the tumbling sequence, and they also constructed 2 drivable vaults for when they needed more control. They essentially cut a pickup truck in half and welded a vault on top of that. That is crazy. I would have never thought that. And this was a pretty great idea until the stunt driver started passing out from the 90-degree heat. So they tried to fix that with a few bags of dry ice. And the only problem with that is that dry ice sucks up all the oxygen. So what they did was they made a helmet with a tube running to the roof so the man could breathe. And that seems pretty MacGyver to me. Some might say double dipping with Furious 7 is cheating, and you may be right. But are you gonna stop me? No, seriously, are you? The Etihad Tower jump scene was the moment the movie truly unleashed the beast. And this was after they had already gone skydiving. Much like the vault chase, clever editing with multiple custom sets linked everything together in a convincing way. The party scene came with a breakaway wall and enough room for the hypersport to smash everything it can. Following that, the stunt team constructed a set for the titular tower jump. After assembling 40 feet of fake building, they shot the car into a pile of boxes with 9 cameras, just to get those juicy angles. They basically made a full-size Hot Wheels set and got paid for it. Man, that is just the dream job. Before the stunt team of Furious 7 could blow our minds by making cars fly, they had to blow us away by topping Fast 5. How did they do this? By pitting the team against a freaking tank. Now, while the World War II tank may be furious, it is by no means fast, only clocking in at 30 miles per hour. The stunt team had to re-engineer the tank so it could go a lot faster. Because obviously it's not intimidating if it's only driving 30 miles an hour. You could basically outrun that on a scooter.
It may blow it up. May just blow the highway up.
And the coolest part is they got to destroy an actual highway for this scene. Those are actual highway barriers that are getting destroyed. Although I'm not sure if the insurance covered that. While the highway may be real, the 30-ton semi-truck the tank bursts out of wasn't. The stunt team had constructed a concrete ramp with the front half of the truck's trailer on top of it. The cabin of the truck was placed in front of the ramp to sell the illusion of the tank's elevation. And just like we mentioned with the previous entry, the filmmakers got to basically play with Hot Wheels on set. No joke, they brought in toy cars to map out how each sequence would play out. It's raining cars, hallelujah, it's rain. I'm sorry. How does the Fate of the Furious tell every other movie to hold its beer? How about hacking every self-driving car in New York to make them chase down a Russian ambassador, culminating in over 65 cars raining from above? Oh, and the ambassador's limousine has a mounted machine gun. Because, of course it does. Everything in this entire sequence is real. Every car, every explosion, and every frightened bystander. They piled the cars into elevated parking garages and let them loose off of individual ramps when the time was right. And if that wasn't already enough, they had a bunch of cars strung up via massive cranes to drop alongside them.
I love it.
Ooh, man, I'm pretty hyped up. What was your favorite stunt in the entire Fast and Furious series? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, everybody, thanks for watching.